All right, let's get into it. We're tackling that final, crucial decision every single new Tesla owner has to make. You've picked the car, you've picked the color, but now the big one. How are you going to pay for it?
So, you're all in on the Tesla Model Y. Awesome choice. But you've hit that classic crossroads. Should you lease it or should you finance it? It is a huge decision. So in this explainer, we're going to break down every single number to figure out what the truly smarter move is for you. Okay, let's dive right in. I know you want the answer now, no fluff. So, which option is actually cheaper when all is said and done and you own the car free and clear? Let's cut straight to the bottom line.
And there it is. Over the entire 5-year journey to owning this car, financing it from day one is cheaper. The grand total difference comes out to exactly $3,590.
And here's how that breaks down. If you finance, your total cost is just over $58,000. If you lease and then buy it out, you're looking at almost $62,000. So case closed, finance wins, right? Well, not so fast. That one number really doesn't tell the whole story.
Because let's be real, the total cost you pay over 5 years isn't what you feel in your bank account every single month. To get the real picture, we have to look at your cash flow, how it actually feels to pay for this car day in and day out. First off, let's talk about the cash you need just to get the keys. If you're financing, you need to show up with almost $9,000, but with a lease, it's under $6,400. That is almost $2,500 less cash you have to part with upfront. That is a huge advantage for leasing.
And that difference just keeps on going for the first 3 years. Your finance payment is a pretty hefty $843 a month. The lease? Just $569. That's $274 back in your pocket every single month. That's a lot of breathing room in your budget.
So you see what's happening here, right? Yeah, you're paying more overall for the lease in the long run, but you're paying less to get started and less every month for the first few years. The real trade-off here, it's not just about the money. It's a choice between the lowest final price tag and the highest degree of peace of mind.
And this gets crystal clear when we look at the warranty. If you finance, you get Tesla's standard 4-year warranty. Great. But after that, you're on your own. Every repair is on you. With the lease, you have complete, total coverage for the entire 36 months. No worries at all.
And this is where that peace of mind thing really kicks in. With financing, maintenance, and repairs, that's your problem and it's your cost. But with a lease, for 3 solid years, it is all included. If something breaks, it is not your financial problem. There are absolutely no surprise bills. Zero. But, and this is a massive, critical but, here's the trade-off for all that security: mileage. If you finance the car, it's yours. Drive it to the moon and back, nobody cares. But if you lease, you are on a very strict diet of 10,000 miles a year. And for every single mile you go over that limit, you pay a 25-cent penalty. For a lot of people, this is an instant deal breaker. So when you choose to lease, you're not just renting a car. You're basically buying this peace of mind package. For 3 years, you get a full warranty, all your maintenance is included, you have 0 chance of a surprise repair bill, your costs are fixed and predictable, and even the battery health is guaranteed. You're paying a premium for sure, but you're paying for certainty. Okay, we've broken down all the data. But what does this actually mean for you? For a real person, let's run through a few common scenarios to help you figure out which path is really yours.
First up, meet John. He's a sales rep, and he drives 20,000 miles a year easy. For John, this isn't even a choice. Financing is the only way to go. That lease mileage cap would cost him an extra $2,500 in fees every single year. The math makes financing a complete no-brainer for him.
Now, let's meet Sarah. She works from home, drives maybe 6,000 miles a year, but she absolutely cannot stand financial surprises. For her, paying a little more overall for the lease is a total bargain for 3 years of predictable costs and knowing she'll never ever face a shocking repair bill. Then there's Mike. He buys cars to keep them for a decade, maybe longer. For Mike, financing is the obvious winner. Once that car is paid off in 5 years, his cost of driving just plummets. Over 10 years, the lower total cost of financing adds up to huge savings. And finally, we've got Lisa. She is obsessed with warranties. I mean, the mere thought of a big, out-of-warranty repair bill is her worst nightmare. So for her, that $3,500 premium for leasing, that's a tiny price to pay for the ironclad guarantee that for 3 full years, she is completely protected. So you've seen the numbers, you've met the different drivers. You probably have a pretty good idea of which camp you're in. But just to make it official, let's walk through a final checklist to help you make your call with 100% confidence.
It's a pretty simple 6-step process. First, be brutally honest about how many miles you really drive a year. Second, figure out how much risk you can stomach for future repairs. Third, decide, are you a long-term owner or not? Fourth, get your own official quotes from Tesla. Don't just go by these numbers. Fifth, decide what you value more, the lowest absolute cost or total peace of mind. And once you weigh all that, the 6th and final step is to just make your decision.
You know, it really all boils down to this one idea. There's no right or wrong answer here. There are just two different things you can buy. With financing, you're buying the lowest price. With leasing, you're buying the highest level of certainty. You just have to decide which one is worth more to you.
So I'm going to leave you with the one question that perfectly frames this entire decision. Is saving $3,590 worth the potential risk of having to pay for one major expensive repair after the warranty runs out? Your answer to that question is going to tell you exactly which path you should take.